But this worldly pleasure means to an end. That means there is a limited period for that. After that, there is no guarantee about their fate or destiny. Again, there are very unfortunate living beings who do not know anything about their life and how to cultivate their way of life and how to mold their future life. That is why we regard them as unfortunate. We human beings are very fortunate because we can understand. If we really handle this human life without misusing or abusing, life after life, we can go higher and higher and higher until we attain the final goal. But other living beings are in the dark. Animals, those who are in the spirit form, or ghosts, or devils, have no chance to cultivate their life. Devas enjoy their worldly pleasures. They have no time to think about the spiritual development. Even among human beings also there are many rich people who have more than enough property, money and income. They have no time to attend any religious services or to contemplate for the spiritual development. Now there are 10 kinds of advantages of becoming a human being, by becoming a human being. In the Buddha's teaching, very highly appreciated and highlighted human life to show us that it is far superior to any other living being. Because only human beings can gain enlightenment by using that human mind. That is why I told you potentials are there, but due to our ignorance and temptation, we misuse. Then we had to pay the consequences for the evil deeds, evil thoughts, evil words that we have used by abusing our human life. When some of those devas are going to die or depart from Devaloka, or heavenly realm, some of the devas who can understand things properly remind this departing deva, ito bho sugating gaccha. After your departure, after your death, you must go back to the human world. But they use the word sugati. Sugati means heaven. They regard this human life as heavenly life by considering the human intelligence or talent and various potentials. Even the king of the Deva, Sakra, respects those who lead a peaceful, respectable, virtuous, righteous or religious life. Devas pay their respect not only to the monks, even lay people. So they really appreciate human life. When they had so many problems that they could not settle or they could not understand, they had to approach the Buddha. There is one particular book which is called Samyutta Nikaya, Sutra Pitaka. One big chapter is there which is called Devata Samyutta. The discourses or the dialect or the sermons given by the Buddha to these devas to gain some knowledge and understanding. That means devas could not settle their own problems. They had to approach a person who gains enlightenment. So what are these advantages? When you observe very carefully, the number of living beings exist on the earth or in the water. Human beings are very limited, very few. Now, mosquitoes, ants, white ants, and so many other creatures, and animals in the jungle, and fish in the water, when you compare with human life, human beings are very few. Today, they say more than 4,000 million. But when you compare 4,000 million, you can see it's a very limited number. Because amongst other living beings, countless, numerous, endless, dullabhancha manusatta, the Buddha says. Becoming a human being is very, very difficult, very rare. Why? This is a gradual development, evolution. Life process and mental process must be developed up to the maximum level to become human beings. But after becoming human beings, if we misuse it, again fall down. It is very easy to go down. And it will take such a long period for us to climb up to the same level. Take for instance, to reach the top of the Mount Everest, very few people tried and reached there. We can understand the difficulties of climbing that mountain. Even at the risk of their life, they have reached. Even after reaching the top of that mountain, if we do not take a special precaution to maintain our physical body on the top, it is very easy to come down. So climbing is difficult, but falling down is not difficult. So in the same manner, if we misuse this human life after reaching this higher state, very easily again we have to go down. The real meaning of the Dhamma, the word used by the Buddha for Buddhism. In English language, we use religion and Buddhism, but these words never give the real meaning, what the Buddha tried to convey. Dhamma is a very rich word, very significant word. Chatusu apayesu cha vatta dukkhe दुःखेषु च अपतमानेकत्वात् धारयतीति धम्म. Adhita definition. Chatushu apaya. 4 kinds of unfortunate places where living beings experience more suffering, where they lead a miserable life. Animals, a spirit, ghosts, and devil, hell. Ghosts and devils we can make into one group, and hell. The method taught by the Buddha for us to uphold is called Dhamma. Dharma means whole. This earth is called Dharani. Dharani means that which holds everything. This is earth. In the same way, the method taught by the Buddha for us to uphold, to practice, is to hold us, to support us, without allowing us to fall down, or without allowing us to become humans or devils or ghosts or hell. This method is called Dhamma. So the meaning of practicing this Dhamma, to escape from such unfortunate states, at the same time to maintain our human dignity and to cultivate our way of life, to find out our final self-will. Again, further details are given there. Vatta dukkhesu ca apatamane kattvadhari. Vatta means samsara. The wheel of existence. Since our life is very uncertain, in whichever form, either as human beings, or devas, or brahmas, or any other forms of living beings, life is uncertain. Can be misled or misused, abused at any time. Therefore, it is very dangerous for us to exist for a long period in this wheel of existence. We have to face more worries, more suffering, more problems, more difficulties, more unhappiness, more disappointment. In our day-to-day life, we experience all these problems. It makes no difference whether we are rich or poor, whether we are educated or not. Human life is subject to all these unfortunate occurrences, natural occurrences, worldly conditions. And the nature of human mind is so uncertain that mind can misuse to destroy the whole world. See how powerful it is. One man's mind is enough to destroy the whole world. That is mental language. That is why that must be guided properly. And this is the uncertainty in our worldly life. Dhamma, or the teachings of the Buddha, is important for us to understand the uncertainty in our life, the difficulties and problems that we have to face. Certain problems were created by us certain problems are created by the elements and energies or cosmic energy or planets. Certain problems are natural occurrences like earthquakes or volcanic eruptions, disasters. We are leading a life in spite of various problems and troubles and disturbances and sufferings. Every minute we are thinking, working to take precautions. Otherwise, 1 minute is enough for us to face death. If we neglect this life that we regard as the most precious thing, if we neglect this for 1 minute, that is enough to face untimely death. This clearly shows the nature of uncertainty in our life. Again, whatever we have, whatever we gain, or by enjoying worldly pleasures up to the maximum level, still, every day we are grumbling, worrying, and feel some sort of insecurity feeling in our life. So there is no happiness. There is no satisfaction. Everywhere, grumbling and worrying and suffering. And all are in fear. Some are in the dark. Some are very cunning and cruel. Some are very intelligent. But the most valuable human potentials are there. Therefore, there must be somebody to guide us. Otherwise, because of our ignorance, we make mistakes. We disturb others. Then we have to suffer. However, human beings can understand. We make mistakes. It does not mean that we cannot understand that it is wrong. We know it is wrong. When our minds were tempted or irritated, we commit mistakes. But we know it is wrong. But other living beings do not know that. They have no such mental power or intelligence to understand their mistakes. By realizing this, we try to keep away from bad things and try to cultivate as much as good things to promote our life, to go higher and higher, to reduce more burdens that we are carrying. Our minds are very heavy because there are so many worldly problems, family problems, and internal and external problems. And physical body itself is the biggest problem. We have to look after and attend day and night. So, life has no time to attend to life. Spending more time to attend to your physical body. This is called ignorance. Because we take this as life. We never think this is a house, shelter, for that life to exist. Life process misleads our senses, our mind, then persuades, force our physical body to do something. In fact, according to the Buddha, what he says about the physical body. This body is just like a boat, sailing boat. You have to use this body just like a boat cross the great oceans of samsara to see the end of your suffering. This is the only thing that you can do by using this physical body. So we carry this wherever we go. Therefore, we must know how to make use of it to see the end of our suffering, but not to create more and more evil things to suffer more. Pullupamang bhikkhave dhammang desissa. The Dhamma taught by the Buddha compared to a raft or a boat to cross a river. So the physical body also we use only to reach the final goal. Because there are many things for us to think and understand, many things for us to say, many things for us to do. This is the way how we use this physical body. The mind is commanding, direct. Then we follow the instructions given by the mind. Again, we have too much attachment, craving towards our body. We are willing to spend millions of dollars to save our life. But this attachment towards the physical body creates enormous suffering, disturbances, disappointment. Therefore, we have to use this physical body, knowing the nature of the formations of physical body, the nature of existence of physical body, which is subject to changes, decay, and disappearance. So disappointment or suffering we create because of the attachment and craving that we have developed towards the physical body. If you can reduce this attachment to a certain extent, then we will be free from various kinds of sufferings and worries and fear and disturbance. Take a simple example. When you travel, you go and stay in a hotel, luxurious hotel. While staying in that hotel, in that room, you do not develop your attachment towards this hotel. You do not crave for that hotel or for that room. So when you want to go away, you never worry about this hotel. With cheerfulness, you can go out from this hotel and continue your journey. Exactly in the same manner, we have to regard this physical body. The body come and occupy this, the life come and occupy the body. Will us. Then we develop craving and attachment towards the body. Then the sufferings and disappointment, unsatisfactoriness appear because of it. So we had to treat this physical body exactly that portrays. In our journey, in this samsara, we take rest for a certain period. Then we occupy a body. Stay there for a certain period in that body. When the time comes for us to depart from this body, those who have not developed their craving and attachment can go away peacefully without worrying, without crying, and without disturbance. So, our life process proceeds, continue the journey, but the physical body remains here. But we do not worry about that. And this understanding can settle, can overcome, can avoid so many problems that we are maintaining in our mind. Many kinds of worries and fear and disturbances through this understanding. Becoming a human being is a golden opportunity for us to make use of this life for our future, for our betterment, for our development, for our peace and satisfaction. If we really use this human life without abuse, if this human existence or human life come into existence in a country where people are virtuous, righteous, and religious minded, then very easily that environment influences us to be good, to be religious, to be righteous. Not necessary for us to struggle for that, to be good. Environment is very important. That environment influences directly our mind, our way of life. Then easily we can follow that method. If the people are bad and wicked and cunning and very dangerous, that atmosphere, that environment also influence our way of life. Slowly we also get into their and follow their way of life. So the time where living beings uphold the virtuous and righteous or cultured or religious way of life influence us to lead a peaceful, happy, contented life. This is the second advantage of becoming a human being. Third one, when you observe the whole world, you can see discrimination, fortunate and unfortunate human beings. When you compare your way of life with others, you can gain some sort of happiness and satisfaction and peace. There are many human beings in millions. Their senses are not normal. Many people cannot see things properly. Many people cannot hear. Many people cannot talk. Many people are sick throughout their life. Many people are mad. You can see how they had to struggle, how they suffer, how unfortunate they are. Then you can understand, certainly, you are very fortunate. You can see, you can hear, you can understand certain things. You have sound mind, you are not mad. So 5 senses are clear. Your minds are clear. So if rebirth takes place as human beings with all the good qualities, then you can make use of this human life for betterment, for your development, to find out the aim of your life. Again, how many millions of human beings are starving today and dying without food? How many millions of human beings are living in this world who are sick from their birth up to last breath, suffering from various kinds of sickness? How many millions of human beings are there who cannot find out a single piece of cloth to cover their nakedness? How many millions are there who are living under the tree or pavement or roadside without any shelter? Their birth, their death, both take place. Pavement or under the tree, no shelter. Again compare your way of life with this. How fortunate you are. You have enough food, enough clothing, enough medicine, enough shelter. Certain sicknesses, yes, appear from time to time. It is natural. So there are many things that you can satisfy with this life. When you compare with others who suffer, again, you have to think deeply. How you got all these facilities, privileges. It is not given by any God. This is the result of your own effort that you have made during your previous birth. That simple sayings of the Buddha that I always repeat, I remind for you to remember. We are the result of what we were. We will be the result of what we are. Contemplate on this. Today we are enjoying our life without facing many problems and troubles and sufferings and disturbances. It is due to the good karma, good deeds that we have done during our previous life. By knowing this, we try to cultivate more and more good deeds within this lifetime. Because we know this is not the end, or this is not the first and the last life. This life continues. After our death, when rebirth takes place in one of those 31 planes of existence, that life becomes fortunate or unfortunate life according to our way of life. what we have done. That means every minute we are molding our next life. Every thought, every word, every action, moral or immoral, we are molding and molding and molding our next existence. When the departed consciousness transmitted from here again mix up with external elements and energy, the formations of another life take place. That is called rebirth. In that existence, all the good and bad karma. Then, according to these karma, life becomes either miserable or pleasurable, fortunate or unfortunate. That means we are solely responsible for this life. This is Buddhism. Don't go and pray and worship asking another person to send you to heaven or to stop going to hell. It doesn't work. Life is in your hands. You can use this properly if you know how to handle it. If not, very easily you can misuse for your personal benefit or to gain something, if not to disturb others. This is the way how we have to handle this. Number 5, when we come to know that we have not committed any of those 5 mortal things, there are 5 regarded as mortal things. But all the other bad karmas can be overcome, can suspend for the time being or within this lifetime. This is the nature of karmic law. But if we have committed one of these 5, there's nobody in this world who can overcome the bad effects of these karmas. Immediately after their death, rebirth takes place, one of the most unfortunate state of existence. That is called hell. What are those 5? By killing our own father, by killing our own mother, by killing a holy arahant or enlightened person, by creating schism. Schism means division or making enemies, 2 groups of monks or religious people, persuading them, carrying tales here and there, and divide the holy order into 2 groups and make them enemies. And this karma also belongs to this mortal thing. Again, creating injury to shed blood from the Buddha's body. Because no one can kill a Buddha. Buddhas must face natural death. But people can disturb him by beating or cutting or using some sort of method to torture him. Only one person has done this, Devadatta. By hurling a stone, he cut or that piece of stone cut the Buddha's feet and started bleeding. So he created this bad karma. So after committing one of these five, any amount of good karma that you have accumulated won't be able to overcome that particular bad karma until you pay and finish. There is a limited period for that. King Ajatasattu, a young king, he was misled by Devadatta. Devadatta influenced this young prince and asked him to kill his own father to become the ruler of the country. And Devadatta said, I am going to kill the Buddha so that both of us can rule the whole country. That poor prince accepted his advice. So what he did, he used to hide little bit of food here and there and given to the king to eat. When they come to know this, to hide little bit of food here and there and given to the king to eat. When they come to know this, appointed special security guard to examine her body, whether she carried any food or hiding something. Then what she did? She applied honey and butter or ghee in her body after taking bath. And they found out there is no food in her body. So when she entered into the prison cell, she asked the king to lick her body because there was honey and ghee and butter. Later they found out that was completely stopped. So he had to suffer in that prison and had to face death because of his son. So one day, somebody came and reported. This young prince was married at that time. Your wife has given birth to a baby boy, first child. He was so happy, he was jumping, and the mother was in front of him. Then he told, I think when I was born, my father also enjoyed like this. Then the mother, the queen, told him, do you know, when you were a small child, you had a boil here in this thing. A medicine could not stop the pain. The father, the king, what he did, he sucked his finger, then he stopped crying. A small baby. So one day when he was sucking his finger, that boil burst in the mouth. The pus was there. But he did not take out the finger to throw out the pus. He swallowed. Because he had so much love and attachment towards his own son. This is the way how your father treated you. Now you can understand how you treat your father. Then he opened his eyes. Immediately he asked somebody to go and open the prison cell and release him. When they reached, the king was dead and gone. That is how he committed this